What is up guys, it's your boy Sharky and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you a farm layout that I have created on the hilltop farm. This is a dream perfect layout and in my opinion it's one of my favourite ones I have ever created. I think it's the best farm I have ever designed in Stardew Valley. Now the hilltop farm is a farm that I have very rarely played on. I have never designed a very good farm on this map. It is usually a map that I tend to stay away from because it is quite challenging. It's limited to space. There is a stream or a river coming all the way through the map. You do not have a lot of space at all to farm or place buildings, so I thought this is going to be quite a challenge, and I always wanted to try and design a perfect layout on this farm that could obviously use the space well and also look incredible, and I think I have done a very good job if I do say so myself. So it's going to be a little bit of a time lapse. You're going to see a speed build of me, starting and nearly finishing this, and then towards the end of the video we'll jump into real time and I'll give you a good farm tour around and show you everything in big detail. Now one thing I do want to say is I went with a theme on this this farm design. If you've watched the previous one I did on the forest farm where we went with like a fantasy fairy tale farm, obviously it kind of fit the theme with the forest layout. So this time on the hilltop farm I thought I'd do the same thing and choose a theme, and you could probably tell from the video the theme is medieval. It's going to be a medieval farm. I kind of had all these ideas in my head. I feel like the hilltop farm really will fit that theme so well. And in the end it really does. It is incredible. So I have used a few visual mods so the game does look a little bit different to try and go with the theme a little better, because obviously the standard vanilla game is very bright and colourful and it just wouldn't look like a medieval farm unless I use some colour changing mods. So the colours are all different, the buildings have changed, and there's a few like furniture that I've added as well that are medieval themed. Apart from that, everything else is literally the standard game. I just wanted it to look as good as I had the image in my head. So I kind of went straight into this design thinking I'm just going to go on the top of my head. I know I want to do a medieval theme. I knew some buildings that I wanted there, like I wanted to make a nice area for the stable, the horse and the stables, a very medieval anyway. And I definitely wanted to go with a winery on this one. I've had the idea before in the past, and I've actually done this idea where I turned the slime hutch because I don't think that building looks very good, and I either replaced it with a mod that makes the building look like a winery, so you can start to put lots of kegs in there, and I thought that would be a great idea to put or implement that into this design, which I did. So I definitely wanted to have a winery, a stable area, and I wanted an open outdoor blacksmith area. Now that probably doesn't make sense, but I wanted like a blacksmith smithing crafting area that looked like, a traditional medieval blacksmith, and there was a few decorations already in the game that you could use, like the geode crusher, the furnaces, etc. But I've added a few more medieval decorations and furniture to go with that, so I did want to implement a blacksmith as well for a crafting area. And then I did a few other things that I'll leave towards the end of the video. But because I went into this open-minded and kind of like a blank canvas, I was struggling to, I didn't know where to put things. I had no space and I didn't really know which locations were best for the ideas that I had in my head. So rather than just going straight into this, I actually did end up going on to Stardew Valley Planner, which is obviously something you can go online, design your farm on there, quite basic, so you get a general idea of what it will look like in the game once you've generated it. So I did do that. I kind of made a basic idea, a layout, so I knew where the things were going to be. For example, my winery, the blacksmith and the stable. Once I did that, I kind of went into it and went off from there as well, because once you have the foundation, you can just go crazy. And that's what I did with this design. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this speed build. I'll let you watch the little time lapse here of me creating my perfect dream layout farm. And yeah, it is medieval. It's so cool. I love it, and hopefully you guys enjoy it at the end as well. Like I said, this is one of my favorite designs I've ever done, and I've never seen a farm design like this on the hilltop farm, so it's quite interesting. Enjoy the speed build, enjoy the music, and I'll see you towards the end of the video in the real time, and then let's take a real look around the farm and have a proper tour. Enjoy, guys. So here we are into the real time, and I am going to show you a big farm tour of this amazing medieval hilltop farm. I'm excited, hopefully you guys are as well. I've shown you a little bit of the speed build, but I didn't want to take it all the way till the end because for one, I spent like 5 hours designing this farm. No joke, it took me so long with all of the little bits towards the end as well especially. And also, yeah, it would ruin the video. It's going to be a lot better to go into a big tour. So we're still in autumn because, by the way, I feel like this hilltop farm looks the best in the fall season. Just like the forest looks the best in like spring and summer. And also, it just makes the medieval theme look so much better. So let's step onto the farm. So of course, we've got all the visual mods, etc. You probably saw from the speed build there. But look at the wind effects that I've got. You can see the grass moving. Oh, it's just so good. So of course, starting off, there's really not much on all of these videos that I do with the designs. The beginning, the farmhouse, there's not really much to show. Kind of have these like cobblestone paths. I feel like they fit the design so well. All of the flowery grass. And yeah, we've just got some trees up here. It's just literally basic trees. Obviously we're on the hillside. I imagine this farm to be quite high up, so yeah, we've got a few beehives here. Love the visual mods to match all of these as well. I will fully zoom out towards the end so you can see the whole perspective of the farm, but right now we're going to go quite close and see the little bits in detail. So I think the farmhouse looks cool. Like I said, the buildings are very medieval. This is a medieval greenhouse, and look how awesome that is. It just looks so, yeah, I just love it. And I've got all these decorations here. These are literally hand placed by me. They've got barrels, we've got garden pots, these water troughs here, these little decorations. I just feel like it fits so well. So yeah, this is the greenhouse. Clearly nothing in it, but it's nice to still have the greenhouse onto this as well, attached to the house. I thought that was quite nice. Nice little house area there. And then if we go left, we're still on the top part of the farm because obviously we are quite high. We've got the dog. I haven't changed him visually. In fact, I don't know if I've done any of the visual mods for the animals. But here is my wheat farm. Now, you know, every medieval farm needs a wheat field. I've got my mills here. But look at the wind coming through. I think that is so good. Now, obviously, the wheat looks a little bit darker. This is a colour changing mod for the crops. It makes them less vibrant because they are very colourful. The wheat on Stardew Valley is very yellow, whereas I had this kind of image where in real life it's not so yellow. It's quite beige. And this is what I went with. I made it a bit lighter. No, darker. That's it. Yeah, I made it darker. So these are the mills. We can make flour here. This is the wheat fields. When you come and enter the farm from the north there and you come straight through the wheat fields, I feel like it's so cool. Didn't do anything with the cave, but that would have been a great idea. I could have maybe turned that into a nice little, I don't know, what could I have done with the medieval cave? I could have done so much with that. It would have been amazing. I totally forgot. But if we go down from the wheat field, I'll show you the left side first. This is a little docking area. Because we've got the river and stream coming through the whole of the map, I thought it would be a cool idea to make a little like shipping dock area where little, not obviously big ships, but little boats can come through and drop things off like trade, or we can order things in shipping. I've got signs here, lots of crates and barrels, little order form here. So yeah, we could do lots of trading here. We can have loads of things imported or exported. It makes sense in the medieval times, I don't know, but it kind of felt right. And obviously carry that theme on up towards Grandpa's shrine. Lots of storage, lots of barrels, and yeah, this is my little dock area. I feel like that was something I wanted to put in as well. If we go down, we've got a random house here, because obviously I intend this to be almost like a little village, not just a farm for me, but obviously other people can come in. This will be an awesome multiplayer farm. So this is the first cabin. This is the dock keeper. So whoever lives there is going to be in charge of the dock. Is it a dock? What's it called? A little harbour? Yeah, something like that. It's quite small, but there's a little bell here as well. Look at that. Ding, ding. Now, before we go further down, I'm going to go back to the farmhouse and go down that way. I want to show you the right side, and then we'll meet into the middle. So go down from the farmhouse, and here is my stable area. Like I said, I wanted to have this kind of medieval stable here. We've got a horse as well. I've changed the way the horse looks. He looks a bit more realistic, natural, very medieval as well. We've got lots of hay bales around, a pitchfork there that you can use to feed the horse, and of course lots of decorations. Another water trough, a brush there so we can brush the horse. This is where we can obviously, the horse can come here, sit in between here, we can tie him up so he doesn't run away, we can brush him, clean him, feed him, change his hoofs, you know, all that kind of stuff. Some more decorations, and he's got all this place to roam around, his little stable there where he sleeps. And next to it is this another cabin or is it a shed? Yeah, this is another cabin, so someone else who wants to come over and play the game with me, or, you know, if you want to do multiplayer. This person here looks after the stable keeper. And it's a nice place to live, to be honest. If we go further left, we've got a silo here. That is a silo, obviously a visual mod has changed it. We've got a fish pond too. Got to get a fish pond in. And if we go down from the stable, look what we've got. Oh, I should have had a mod that changed the chickens. I could have had so many good like medieval chickens. I wonder if we've got any mods for that. I might have to come back and show you how they look if we've got some medieval chickens here. But yeah, nice little coop area. Another water trough again, some feeders here for the animals. We've got the mayonnaise makers, lots more barrels and stuff for storage, and of course the coop. Lots of eggs already, and it's fenced and gated off. We've got some grass there for them to feed on. Yeah, nice little space to put the coop in my opinion. If we go back to the stable and go left, this is my blacksmith area. This is one of my most favourite parts of this farm. I love my blacksmith area, and yeah, I can't wait to show you. So we just go left here and look at this. So this is another building. So whoever comes here to live here is going to be the blacksmith, and look at it. We've got some decorations that we've actually used as mods, and I think they are literally just assets from the actual blacksmith at Clint's, and you can now place them down. We've got armor stands, we've got some tools, we've got the furnace here, a geode crusher, a bucket of water there, and obviously the blacksmith area. We've got an anvil, a seating area. We've put this iron fence all the way around it as well, and it's like an open blacksmith area. I think it is so cool. Whoever lives there is a lucky person. I'd love to live there. The decorations just make it, and the house itself as well looks very much like a blacksmith house, so I think that is incredible. And my idea was as well, inside this house here, if I was to play this single player, I would empty all this out and use this as storage. I can put lots of chests in here, lots of crafting, workbenches, and I can make all of my stuff here. You know, if I wanted to make lots of crafting things, this could be the crafting area. And you could use it for storage for all of your ore and your bars and coal and stuff like that as well. So that's what I had in mind if I was playing this. That house would be for storage for all of the smithing stuff. Then of course you keep going left, we go back up to the wheat field and left to the little shipping docking area. So let's go back to the stable and then we're going to go down. What do you guys think to this so far? I love it. I really love this farm. So this is my orchard. All of our fruit trees here. Right now we've only got the fall ones, so apple and pomegranates. But obviously, yeah, this makes sense to have in the medieval time. You know, lots of fruit trees for production, barrels and baskets to gather them. A nice little bench here to sit by the stream. And yeah, you can get a basket. You can see lots of baskets and barrels here. And can harvest some fruit. We need to produce here on the farm, make money and obviously food as well. If we're surviving on here, it made sense to have fruit trees. And if we go right here, we have got, this is the gold clock by the way, so it's obviously changed a little bit more medieval time, still quite fancy. But yeah, here you can just do a spot of fishing in the river. We've got some worm bait bins with recycle machines, and I thought this would be a nice place to come by and do a bit of fishing. We've also got crab nets here, you can see them, they've changed a little bit, they're hard to see, but yeah, some crab pots in the water there. And here is our first shed, tucked away in the right. If you can, you can use that for anything you wanted. And the river comes all the way through from the bottom here. And just underneath the little fishing bit, I made a nice little sitting area. We can come by and relax. We've got some preserve jars. We can make some jelly from the fruit. And it's a nice little relaxing place tucked away in a small space there. Now also another one of my favourite parts of this is the winery. We have got the grapevines. That is right. If you go across here, look at this. We've actually got some vine fields. These are grapes. We can literally harvest these. Lots of grape fields. We've got the baskets there full of grapes. And these will go all the way down. As you can see, they extend down to the bottom. And this is my little grapevine winery. And look at that building. It is gorgeous. This is the slime hutch, by the way. And it's changed outside, obviously visually, with the little sign there for the wine. And the barrels and baskets there of grapes. This just looks so awesome. This is where we make some big money. All of the wine. And obviously in real life you would use grapes to make wine, and they look awesome with the vines as well, but we could place whatever we wanted in here. You know, you could extend the fields, put lots of ancient fruit in here, etc., make some big money. But yeah, as you can see, the slime hutch building, as you know, everything's been removed. You've got lots of space now, and you can fill loads of kegs in there as well. Underneath it we've got a well, another shed here beside the winery, so whoever is the winemaker, they've got their own place to stay as well, and You could turn this into a little storage for all the wine or all the fruit, or you can even turn this into a place to sleep, another home. They've got a little garden plot as well. Look at this, we've got some beetroot in here, nice little garden plot for some farming and crops, which we didn't really have much space on here. I didn't really think about, crop space, to be honest. So if we go left here from the little house or shed from the winery, we have got another coop, and in here we have got ducks, because on this hilltop farm there's a little pond tucked away right in the bottom left there. And yeah, look, we can let out the ducks. And they actually will swim in the pond, which is amazing. They will take a little dip in there. They've got their own little area. And we can get duck eggs and duck feathers, so another good supply here on the farm. It's so relaxing, just seeing the ducks out. The wind coming through the grass, oh my god. I'm so impressed with this farm. I'd love to do a playthrough on this. I just want to play the game on this farm because it's so visually perfect. Obviously I used cheat menu, item spawner to achieve this. If you was doing this legit, god, I think it would take a long time. But this is goals here. This is my dream farm. Now obviously this is a place where you can mine and get some rocks and stuff like that, but I didn't want to use this as a quarry. Every now and then you'll get some that spawns here, I think, but it's not going to really get in the way, so I've used this for a barn. And we can get lots of animals in here. I think we've just chose cows, so this is where I'm going to make my milk. Medieval time, back in the day, you've got to have cows, right? Brown and white cows here. Oh, and of course, goats too. So there's no pigs and sheep, I don't think, on this farm, but you could eventually put them in there. You could even have 2 of these barns here if you wanted to, and you could place this side here. But these are obviously cheese makers. We've got some decorations, the water troughs, the shovel here, some barrels, the feeders in the middle, and all the grass, and another silo right next to the barn. So we've got some animals on here. I thought we've got to get animals. There's not much space for crops, so let's at least have some animals on here, and we've got most of them here. Obviously we've not got the pigs. Oh, the ducks in the pond, yes, he's gone in, look at him behind there, the tree. I knew he'd jump in. But yeah, this is so hard to you find space. Like, I wanted pigs on here as well for truffles. That'd have been great money. No space, it'd be nice to have sheep. Ducks back out, and lots more crops, but it's just hard. There's not much space, and I think that is everything. It is a very, very small farm, but I think we've covered most of the stuff here. So we can now zoom out a little bit and have a look on the full scale of the farm. And then obviously go into nighttime, because I have lit this up. There is lots of lamps and street posts around, so it is accessible at nighttime. But just look at this, guys. This is incredible. There's probably a lot of stuff that I missed on here, but it's so hard to squeeze it all in. And I got some of the... Oh yeah, what's here? Are they oil makers or seed makers? We haven't got any lightning rods or solar panels because it is very old style, medieval. I wanted to keep things quite in the theme, and having dinosaurs and things like that, even rabbits and ostriches, didn't really make sense. That's why I went with cows and chickens and ducks. But yeah, let me know what you think to this farm in the comments. What is your favourite part of this as well? I really love it. It's one of my favourite ones. I spent a lot of time on it, and it's exactly what I had in mind, This is what I wanted to create. I've got signposts everywhere. Just the little details, the little touches really make this as well. And I think this could be playable. You could easily live off of this farm and thrive, make a lot of money, survive, Let's fully zoom out with this mod. Look at this. It's just getting nighttime as well, evening. The sun is setting. We're walking through the wheat field. The wind's blowing through. I feel like I've used the space well. The blacksmith right in the middle there. We've got the nice stable. I wish you could have more than one stable. The lights have all come on. The sun's going down. Look at this. Going through the fruit trees here. The winery and the vineyard in the middle. Could have extended this a little bit further as well if I wanted to on the left side here, if you want to make more. And I quite like the idea of having these paths in between them, instead of doubling them up, because obviously you won't be able to walk through them. All the animals have gone to sleep. The lights are all on. And there we have it. That is my medieval hilltop farm, my dream layout. I might do a live stream special where I get free members involved to come and join this farm. We've got obviously 3 cabins here. We've got one is the blacksmith, one is the dockmaster, and one is down in the stables. And I think we should play a couple of days, maybe a full season in this, see how it performs in actual real gameplay. Can we make money off of it? I can reset the balance to 0 and see how far we can get. That might be a cool little idea that I'll do with members. So if you remember watching this, stay tuned for that. I will do a member only live stream or a normal live stream but only invite members to come and join the cabin. That'll be very soon. I think that'd be a cool idea. And we could do that with all of my other farms as well. The forest one that I made, the fantasy fairy one, I can invite 3 people in that one as well. 3 different members. The next farm that I want to design, because I will be doing all of them, we've done the standard, we've done the forest, we've done the river one, and of course now the hilltop one. So there's still the beach farm that I want to design, and I'm going to go with obviously a summer tropical paradise theme. I feel like that's going to be incredible, so stay tuned for that. So subscribe if you haven't already to make sure you stay tuned for all those videos. I've got lots more ideas as well. And if you wanted to become a member, you can press the join button down below. And I am starting to do some streams. My stream schedule is back up and running. I do want to get back into live streaming. Just every now and then do a stream and get members involved. So if you do want to be a part of my streams and come along and play on these farms that I've created, or other games as well, make sure you do join if you'd like to. But until then, make sure you all take it easy. Thank you all for watching as well. Make sure you stay safe, and I will see you all on the next one. Bye bye.